So, welcome everyone to our self care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. I am Laurie and honored to be with you today. Welcome to those who may also be viewing this on Facebook Live, as well as those of us here on Zoom. So, today we will be continuing with our stress, prescription book and the rest and restore. And we've done some breathing, and we're going to introduce another breathing that to give you another option and see which one you like to help you to go into that deeper restorative space. We'll do that practice in the love, peace, and harmony field, and then talk about some next steps. And so, first of all, we will do our usual check in, as awareness is truly the key. And we want to notice without judgment where we are at this moment in our thoughts, our emotions, our bodily symptoms or sensations, and actions and behaviors. So I want you to just check in and notice how you're doing and allow yourself to be honest with yourself without the judgment. This is just to let us know where we are at this moment so we can do our self-care. We can get ourselves back into balance or greater balance and address the areas that we need to move to nourish and nurture ourselves. So you can notice how your thoughts have been, your emotions. And for me, I really like to pay attention to your body symptoms or sensations, even if it's quite subtle. These subtle changes can be really helpful to get ourselves back in balance so we don't let it go too long, ignoring something. And then it takes more time, effort to actually realign and get ourselves in balance. We can take care of things right away. And also reflection on actions and behaviors, being even more mindful. Sometimes the behaviors could be like speech. So I notice if I get a bit more revved up, my speech speeds up. So even kind of noticing those type of things. I talked before about like forgetful behaviors, or sometimes you might be a bit more, or words or our language, you might either be more silent or more verbal about certain things, which can indicate where we may be. You can also check in for a number for yourself after you kind of check in, especially if you do have something that you might be working on your self-care journey. Like perhaps you're working on your exercise or diet or sleep, uh, you know, um, balancing out like lifestyles with your spiritual, emotional, mental, physical body. You may have your self-care goal. And you can still bring that in. You can still bring that into the meditation that we'll do today. Today, okay. So what we're doing again, for those of you who may not have been with us before for the last few sessions, we are really getting ourselves into this blue mind state, right? The green and the blue is this rest and restorative space. A lot of times our baselines may be on this yellow mind, which is cognitive load. And of course, we do not want our ourselves to be in the red mind for too long. Once in a while is okay to get that stress, that could be good. And then we have to allow ourselves to build that resistance, but we do not want to stay here for quite long. We actually want our baselines to be in this area because that's this area that our bodies can go into that rest, then restorative mode that can produce healthier cells, gives our bodies a chance to repair. Okay, so today what we're going to do is go deeper into Don't Just Relax, Restore chapter. And we're going to do the full 4-6-8 breath. So the simplified version that we were talking about earlier is that we're breathing in to whatever, and you want to exhale 2 seconds longer. So that's great, but we can also see if you like this. This is one of the breath work that has been shared in Dr. Eppel's book, The Stress Prescription. It has been developed, I believe, by Dr. Andrew Weil, that's the way you pronounce it, who is a pioneer in the integrative medicine field. So let's just kind of, this is a breathing technique. You inhale for 4 counts, gently hold for 6 counts, and exhale slowly for 8 counts. And so this is something that you can work yourself up to. If you're not able to do it, you can do like the 3-5-7 for now, or, a bit more until, you can work yourself up. The key is that the longer the exhalation, that signals safety to the brain and body, which is why the 2 seconds longer exhalation already gives ourselves that parasympathetic response. Okay. And the science behind it is that, as I mentioned, the power is in the exhalation. Research suggests that slow breathing with a longer exhalation or exhale may activate the vagus nerve. And we've talked about the vagus nerve before, increase the parasympathetic activity, right? That rest, digest, restorative response, slow heart rate. It can also improve emotional regulation and support restoration and recovery. So the key insight is every extended exhale is a signal of safety to the brain and body, right? Especially for those who may be in a hypervigilant state, has experienced maybe some traumatic experiences, and we're kind of on the go. Our heart kind of races. We might be breathing a bit faster, more shallow breathing. And this is we're consciously doing deeper restorative breathing. Okay, so we're going to do this exhalation in the love, peace, and harmony field, but just a preview again. We're going to inhale, and you can do like a mantra like I receive peace or love, peace, hold. It could be I rest in stillness, or you could keep to like love, peace, harmony, and exhale. You can imagine the stress and the tension releasing from your body as the love, peace, and harmony message becomes more powerful within your being. Okay? And you can repeat this for about 5 or 10 rounds. So this is something that you can do on your own. But in the love, peace, and harmony field, it can be very much more powerful. And we can also do in our exercise reflection. So when we get to the reflection part, we could either think about what we notice in our body, what shifted in our mind or our emotions, and also get some guidance of how you can use this practice in your own self-care. Okay. So for those of you who are new to the love, peace, and harmony field, because you can do this 4-6-8 breathing anywhere you like. However, everything has its own vibratory field, and we like to do it in the love, peace, and harmony field because it carries a high frequency and vibration of love, peace, and harmony. And as we then resonate with this higher frequency and vibration, we can bring that to those around us, that then this becomes a powerful service. Okay. So when we combine this restorative breathing with the positive frequencies and vibration of the love, peace, and harmony field, we can nourish ourselves at a deeper level, strengthening our capacity to flourish and serve others. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this breathing. So let us start by having you, if it feels comfortable to do so, you can close your eyes and get to your safe space. For those of us who have connected to the love, peace, and harmony field, I hope that you can get a quick sense of safety as you look at the field. Allow yourself that this can be one of these tools that signal safety for you with the messages of unconditional love, peace, and harmony. So let's do this in the field. We will practice this, and then I will play some music for you. You may not be able to hear me as my player is down, but you can continue to just focus on the safe space. We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So see if you are able to do it for that count. If you're unable to do so, then you can breathe as you feel comfortable. So it could be inhale 2 breaths, hold 4, exhale 6. Or you could do the box breathing as another 4, 4, 4. If you could do a little bit longer in exhalation, that would be great. But do what you can. You just want to elongate the exhalation. Okay, that is the key. So I'm just kind of reading some of the things that Gregory maybe have posted, some of the concerns. So what you could do, Gregory, when you're having this all kinds of anxieties or worries or thoughts and concerns, it's certainly understandable. But if you can give yourself a rest, a break at this moment, and just focus on your breathing. So this breathing, you might have to think a bit more, right? And we'll maybe change up some of the messages. And so as you focus on the messages, give your mind an opportunity to rest and relax. Because focusing on our concerns, it's certainly understandable. If you can do something about it, wonderful. It can lead you to do something. But if we're just constantly worrying and we've done what we can, we're just kind of creating this additional stress in our bodies that may not be the healthiest for us. So I'm glad you're here and you're sharing your concerns. And what you could do is, yes, notice your body. So in the safe space, we did our check-in earlier, right? Noticing where we might feel these blockages or these concerns, how they feel in our bodies. And we're going to really imagine that we are in a safe space. It could be with this beautiful message of love, peace, and harmony around us. You may.
Yeah. Normally I have 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours of sleep, but for like 10 years now almost, and no problem since I retired. But the last 2 nights, I was really strange. So you're right. When I have a blood pressure monitor, when I do deep breathing, the oxide comes in and it registers a lower blood pressure, a perfect blood pressure. Really nice. But when I went to bed last night, I couldn't sleep. I didn't drink any soda, no candy, no diuretics, no caffeine, nothing. Um, I don't know what happened. I did have 3 hours of tracing and chanting
Mhm.
between 6 and 9, but
Mhm.
nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking too long. Go ahead.
No, no, thank you so much for sharing. So, wonderful. When you're tracing and chanting too, and you do something stimulating right before bed, it can kind of activate, right? And may give you some energy, so it's harder to sleep. There is some energy that you could use to help you sleep, but doing these breathings can actually help you. So maybe you practice this breathing. So when you go to bed, you can count, go into the stillness, and kind of get your body to relax. So maybe you can practice this. So thank you for sharing that because that's a wonderful example of when you can use this breath for yourself as well, also at work. So let's try this together. Maybe you can let us know later in the chat how you feel after this practice. So let's get started and have you just again create your safe space. And in this safe space, you want to notice your body starting to relax. So all of the tension that you're holding, you can notice your jaw, your facial muscles, your neck, and your shoulders. And feel it, it's just kind of melting. Your body's starting to relax. And we're going to inhale this light of love. We're going to start with love. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Feel that love expand without in your body. And exhale, releasing that stress, that tension, feeling love, peace, and harmony expand. Good. One more time. Inhale. We're going to go inhale love. Hold. Feel that stillness. Exhale. Love, peace, harmony expand throughout your body. Good. One more time. Inhale. Love, peace, harmony. Hold. Love, peace, harmony expands in your body. Exhale. Love, peace, harmony, releasing what you don't need, expanding that sensation. Good. One more time. Inhale. Love, peace, harmony. Hold. Love, peace, harmony. Feel that in your body. Exhale. Release the stress. Love, peace, harmony remains. One more time. Inhale. Love, peace, harmony. Hold. Feel that stillness in your body, holding that sensation. Exhale. Love, peace, harmony expands throughout your body. Good. And continue to have this. You can continue to do this practice. We'll play some music for you so you can feel light. The music may be a little loud for some of you. So just hold on and then adjust the volume. So we're just going to do it for a few moments. Okay. Please adjust the volume. So continue to relax and just notice how you're feeling. You can also reflect as to next steps for you. What would be helpful for you as to what you are working on and how you may integrate, whether it's this breathing or another breathing technique, into your day to allow yourself to pay attention to your self-care, to go deeper into that relaxation, breathing. You might note when in the day that you tend to maybe hold your breath or breathe more shallowly, that you can integrate this deeper abdominal breathing, whether in the 4-6-8 method or just exhaling a little longer, slowing your breathing, deepening your breathing. It's going to give you a few more moments just to notice and meditate in the field to see what comes up for you. Feeling that love, peace, and harmony going to your lower abdomen. Feel yourself integrating the wisdom of breathing that you've received for yourself as to what your needs are for your next steps, for your own self-care and service journey. And I can just end by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'd love to hear how this exercise was for you, if you have any insights. And you can write that in the chat. And as I'm waiting for some responses, here are some resources that you can use to learn more about, well, your self-care. So again, these exercises have been inspired by the Stress Prescription, 7 Days to More Joy and Ease by Elissa Epple. The Love, Peace, and Harmony Field. You can find out more about the song at the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation at lovepeaceharmony.org. And also with the 4-6-8 breathing, there's drwill.com. That's with Dr. Andrew Will. He has a lot of different books, and he is one of the pioneers in the integrative medicine that combines kind of like research-based complementary medicine with other types of wellness principles. So he has a lot of different things on his website, like with eating, with sleep. So actually, Gregory mentioning some sleep challenges. So that could be a place that you could also get more resources on there. He also had one about aging well. So, so some nice information. I have to look more into it myself, but I found some interesting information. And we have other practices, wellness practices. We have more Love, Peace, Harmony field sessions that you can trace the calligraphies, meditate with my mom. She has it in usually the first 3 Mondays of the month. She might have one next. Oh, yeah. But next week, she has usually a workshop. We also have a free wellness evening, which is the next level calligraphies 7 to 8, we have different presenters. So including Dr. Gina, who is a acupuncturist and really talks about 5 elements. So, welcome to join. And if you need more assistance getting started on your journey, we are happy to help you, and you can schedule a 15-minute session with us. And also, please contact your healthcare providers if you need more assistance, as we are not replacing any medical advice or psychological advice. We are here to just provide some education. And although I may be a psychologist by profession, this does not replace, psychological or mental health care. Okay? And to continue your service journey, here is a QR code and a website that you can lead you to the instrumental, like the one that we listen to in our meditation. There's also some charitable works that you can look as to what they're doing, what they have to offer. And just a reminder, self-care is service. Increase our self-care to increase the quality of our service. So thank you everyone for joining today. Let's see. Brittany has posted the free transformational evenings for the Tao Calligraphy Field on Thursdays. There's the Zoom link. There's also we should have a website that you can register for it. So it would be great if you can register at our, so you can get the information and also the recordings for that, some of that. Okay, and there is a general evaluation form, so you can give suggestions and feedback to how you like these sessions, and if there's any topics or other services that we can do to help support you, we'd be very grateful to know how we're doing. Kind of gives us feedback as if we're doing okay, what we can improve, what you would like to see continued. And thank you, Gregory, for your sharing. And I'm glad that you're receiving guidance for yourself as to what is helpful for you. So it's wonderful. And in these meditations, too, you can also create time for yourself to get that inner guidance as to what could be helpful for you. Mine, when I checked in, when I could do my breathing, it was when I'm doing a lot of like computer paperwork. Sometimes I'm like holding my breath. I catch myself holding my breath. So I have to consciously like slow down my breathing and kind of relax my body as I'm doing my notes or my paperwork. And that keeps me from being too tense when I'm, in work mode. So uh, I hope that others can maybe later share some of their awarenesses, because it can make us more mindful as well as to what areas that we might be needing to use this breath technique or a similar breathing technique before bed, as with Gregory's example during work, and maybe others might have more. So thank you. I love saying my goodbyes personally. So we're going to, first of all, thank those who are on the live stream, who may be watching or recording. Thank you for joining. And thank you those who may be watching the video. I'm not sure. I hope I recorded. Oh, thank you those who may be watching our YouTube channel. Aloha.